We here? Excuse me. Let's get straight to it. I'm right back at you like I never left, and I'm gonna go this hard to my last breath. It's Lil Kenny Russell, Kanoom, Consul Moon. You already know what you're gonna get when you step in this room. You now dealing with Kanoom. Yeah, I'm here. And while I'm here, I'm gonna make the information direct and clear because a lot of y'all can't hear. Yeah. Now it's Friday. I'm, grateful for that, and it's just a beautiful day. Hope you guys are doing wonderful. We have another My Thoughts, and this is My Thoughts 311. I believe it's 311. And it's fair use. I'm going to share a video of a gentleman who professes that he talks to God. They always, oh, yeah, we talk to God and this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? So we're going to see this guy failed. I don't want to call it a prophecy, but that's what it was. I'm going to show you this guy's failed attempt at claiming that he talks to God when I tell you over and over and over that God is the man that speaks for God. Anybody who's been on this page and this platform knows that. Again, I got that from the brother General Cyrus Sudenseti. General Seti, you can go find his YouTube page. That's the first person I ever heard say that. So I give him the credit on that. God is the man that speaks for God and or the woman. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to show you that today. This is an older video around the time of the coronavirus epidemic when it took flight. And this gentleman is professing that he spoke to God and God said he wasn't going to get it and this, that, and the third. And we're going to see how that turned out for him. Because one thing about God, if there's a God, which God is the man that speaks for God. So that's no God. If this God told you something, you're supposed to be able to bet your life on it, that premonition or whatever he told you, that prophecy is 100% accurate. It's no guesswork. It's no, I believe. See, when you say you talk to God, all belief go out the window. But no longer believe if a person said, I talked to God and God said, everything gonna be all right. And they sit there and smile and say, yeah, everything gonna be all right. You hear me? So a lot of times when they do that, they just funneling funds from fools, the 4 F's, right before they do the 4 P's. That's a pity party for pitiful people. Okay. So when they roll out the pity party for pitiful people, the 4 P's, they right behind it, they roll out the 4 F's. That's when they begin to funnel funds from fools. Okay. 4 F's. Let's look at all this stuff. I'm gonna be very brief and let you guys get back to enjoying your weekend. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and I thank you for watching. I don't own this as a fair use act. I'm just giving my thoughts, opinions, and scrutiny, and I believe this is a teaching moment. Let's listen to the ancestors, and we'll get straight to it.
There's one thing you have to get through your mind and keep it. Nothing that ever came from the European mind was meant to do anything but facilitate European domination of the world. And I said there's no exception.
It's the great Dr. John Henry Clarke. Yesterday was Ancestor Speak. That's a Thursday. I'm only recording on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday now, so I would no longer accompany them. I would just put a thumbnail up and play so many minutes from a lecture or a teaching engagement or whatever they're doing. That's how I'm going to do that moving forward. I didn't record Monday, so I just went Wednesday. I recorded Wednesday. I gave you Ancestor Speak yesterday, and I'm wrapping up the week and closing it out here. This is Friday, and I'm just going to give you this short video. So let's look at this gentleman. I don't know him. I don't own the video. I think it says Chud Milk or something, Chud, something on YouTube down at the bottom. But again, this is just fair use. You can find it and watch this wherever you can find it at in its entirety. I'm not sure where I got it from, but his watermark or his name is at the bottom of these videos, I believe. So let's look at this.
the coronavirus. I'm not going to get the coronavirus. I'm not going to give anybody the coronavirus because I can't get it because I've talked to God about it and I've taken my vaccine, and my vaccine is Psalm 91. I am free from that mess.
Right there. Very overly animated, because this is feel-good rhetoric, right? This is belief. This is faith. He can't prove any of this. And he didn't give you any Bible scriptures to substantiate what he said. He threw Psalms 91 in there and said that was his antidote. He said that was his antidote, so he didn't need the vaccine. He said Psalms 91 was his protection. That doesn't justify and substantiate what he's saying. So he didn't give you any scriptures for the basis of which he's speaking on. You can use that raggedy ass Psalms 91 if you want, and you'll see in the conclusion how it worked for this gentleman. See, we only can go by like it is in the real world, cause and effect. That's all we can go by. When you put something forth, then we can see the reaction after you already put it, forth into the universe. So this man said he's not going to get that stuff. He can't get that stuff. He took his vaccination, which is Psalms 91. That's nothing but a raggedy ass scripture in the Bible. A lot of people swear by it, but it means nothing. Excuse my language. And I want to be frank with you. I'm not trying to talk about anybody's Bible, but when you see the conclusion of this man and you see the way he's speaking here from the outset, it's two different things. I'm not going to get that stuff. I can't get that stuff. I talked to my God. God told me I'm all right. I took my vaccine, which is Psalms 91, and I'm not going to get that stuff. You hear me? Let's continue, African people.
See, folks, I'll tell you something. I'm going to boldly say this. I will not get the coronavirus. I will not get it.
And the last week
I will not get it. Let me tell you something, folks. I'm brave. I'm going to say it just like this. I'm not going to get it. I cannot get it. Look at him. He's still bold. He's still exuding confidence. He's still exuding all that arrogance. You might not see this as arrogance. He's saying it with surety. I'm saying he's profusing with arrogance. He's arrogant because he believed that dead white man on the cross, the image, that's all it is. The story of God is nothing but an image with a narrative story attached to it, whether it be Moses. Moses is just a photograph somebody made up one day and attached a story to this Moses. You see, same thing with this God on the cross, the dead white man on the cross. It was no stories like that about a crucified cross until the photograph came out. Then they put a narrative story attached to it. You might not want to believe it, but that's exactly how it happened. So he's still exuding arrogance, in my opinion. But for him, he's walking with God. So he's just displaying confidence. You see, let's continue.
And the last week I was out because I was tested positive for COVID-19.
Right here, this is the conclusion. Look at this man with this big mustache. Mustache bigger than his whole lower half of his face. You see, I'm not talking about the brother. I hope he's still doing well. I don't even know his name, but that's not my point. Last week, I was absent because I had COVID-19. See how humble he is? He's not profusing with what people would believe that was confidence and surety that he was just expressing in the other videos when he had God on his side. Now that he's all in the world alone, the Psalms 91, his antidote failed. You see? His God that he talked to, I talked to God about that stuff, and I'm not going to get it. He didn't hear nobody in his ear but himself. When he's all let down, look how humble he came back to the world. His hands is in his pocket. He's not yelling. He's not nothing. He's standing up and he looks broken. He's standing up and he has less power than he did when he was sitting down. You see, both of those messages I sent you before that he gave, he was sitting down. Now he's standing up and he's broken. He don't even have enough spirit to stand there and be real with his congregation. Oh, y'all, that stuff I was telling y'all, that just fake. Ain't no such thing as no God, a dead white man on the cross. I do that to get money. You see, I get that to keep this ministry going. I'm a performer. I'm a performer. You see, that's all I do. I'm a performer. Instead of him coming and breaking real like that, he looks like this. This man looked like a Pinocchio. He looked like somebody got him on puppet strings. Now he's all broken down. And last week I was out absent. See, because the older people always give an account of themselves. That's why I attempt to do the same thing here. When you don't see me before you, I attempt to give some type of an account for myself. You see, you have to be punctual. That's what the ancestors would do. And this gentleman is an older G. I respect him. I don't respect him lying, but that's the business he in, the business of lies, the business of selling lies, you see. So now he's sitting there like somebody just was absent last week because I test positive for COVID-19. Excuse me? What happened to God? God said I ain't going to get that stuff. What happened to Psalms 91? I took my Psalms 91 shot. Let me go back to the first beginning so you can see what he said. He spoke to God. Listen, African people. And he took his vaccine, which is a scripture, Psalms 91. That means he cannot get it. Let's listen.
The coronavirus. I'm not going to get the coronavirus. I'm not going to give anybody the coronavirus because I can't get it because I've talked to God about it and I've taken my vaccine, and my vaccine is Psalm 91. I am free from that mess.
He's free from that mess. He talked to God about it. God said, hey, you're not going to get it, old Reverend Chicken Wing. Brother Pork Chop. Minister, give me my money. Pastor, pass the collection plate. See? Reverend, really ridiculous. You're not going to get it because I talked to you and you took your shot, which was Psalms 91, my scripture. You free from that mess. That's what he said. Now let's go to the conclusion. You gotta bring these people up on their word. This is the end.
Not get it.
And the last week I was out because I was tested positive for COVID-19. So, see what the parable.
So, hey, it happens. No, it don't happen. The way you were talking and you said, God already told you, you talked to God. He said, hey, man, you tight. Read your Psalms 91. Damn that vaccine. My vaccine is Psalms 91. The scriptures I left for you. I'm your God and you free. That's my thoughts on all this stuff. It's Lil Kenny Russell, Canoe, Consul Moon. You already know what you're going to give me. Step in this room and now and then with Canoe. This is what I do. And I love to do it. And before I take back what I said, I add some more to it. This man doesn't have more of a relationship with God than you have. See, God is the man that speaks for God. If we're being frank, there's no God. So when you wake up in the morning and say, hey, God, what you want me to do today? If God was to respond, you yourself say, hey, go rob 2 banks. That's what you're going to be up to that day. If you're foolish enough to listen to some supposed voice, hey, my son, steal out that purse. You see, don't be no fool and stop letting people make damn fools of you. The Bible is a book that one has to believe in. Without your belief, nothing in the Bible is real. Education and preparation is the first step to retaliation. So before you pick up a weapon or a silly religion, such as any of these that you've seen on this program, pick up some knowledge. If anybody's offended by anything you heard, I mean every word. I'll see y'all Monday. Enjoy your weekend. Yeah. We out.